and welcome to a video here on the channel that we're calling World Cup Academies. We've done this before on the channel, but it was a very long-winded video, almost 3.5 hours, where we basically attempted to go through as many World Cups as possible, building up a squad and seeing how many titles we could win with that country. Now, what I've decided to do is to break this up into 3 parts. We've got 3 World Cups we can take on here in FIFA 19, and we are currently approaching FIFA 20. Now, I did think about this idea for FIFA 20, but I thought, let's do a little bit of a pilot episode, see if it works out. So if any stage while you're watching this video you have some ideas on a better way to present this series, leave me some comments down below. I'll read through those and maybe we can build this type of series here together. So basically the idea is that we get the international job offer from the USA. Now the joy is we're at the last stages of FIFA 19 and I've got that international job offer. There's only one available in the catalogue. We can utilise that here to try and get this USA job nice and early. I'm going to use the Youth Academy. We're going to scout players. We're going to bring them in. We're using the New York Red Bulls for this task. And we'll basically train them up. If they get too high a rating, we'll sell them off, ship them off, and try and build the best USA squad we can and see how many, World Cups we can run through. It'll be entirely simulated unless we make that World Cup final. Then we'll play some games for you. We'll just drop in and out showing you how the teams and squad is developing, the players that we've picked up, and hopefully we can build a decent squad and win a plethora of World Cups here for the USA. Now, they didn't qualify for the last World Cup, so we need to bring them back from the brink. They've got some good young talent floating around in the likes of Pulisic and Weah, which, if you've watched the Journeyman series, you'll know that they were quite competitive later on in a career mode. So a lot of young talent here floating around that we'll definitely be able to use in this World Cup squad. But obviously we want to bring in new talent, so that Youth Academy is very, very important. We've gone out and we've got ourselves some decent scouts. We're going to send them off. We're going to obviously look at the USA. I might scout a few other countries as well, just to pull up the the smaller minnow nations around the world, maybe create some variation. But this is part 1. We're going to try and get all the way through to the 2020 World Cup. So let's get into it and send our scouts out to the USA. Right, so there weren't any 5-star scouts. I will look at upgrading that when we can, when we have the money. But 5-star, 4-star across the board is not too bad. Josh Gordonson here, the United States. Well, that's where we're heading off. Let's see if we can get some stars here in our first few reports coming back. So when you're thinking about a World Cup squad and you're thinking about building towards 2030, I mean, you've got to think that the young talent coming in now is 16. By the next World Cup, they'll be in their early 20s. So, we could get some key talent here. Position-wise, I mean, there's a plenty. But generally, growth rates, you probably want to look at a goalkeeper to start with and your defence and work your way forward. If you can pick up a big striker here nice and early, that will also help you out. But obviously, we've got Weah there in the backlog here for USA with a lot of pace. So probably a left winger maybe, some definite defensive efforts and a goalkeeper. But to start off, we're going to try and find some goalkeepers here in the USA. So off we go for a goalkeeper for 3 months. Right, I'm randomly going to select countries for the other scouting missions. Of course, we'll go off to Canada as well, and we'll head off to Australia. Let's get simulating and see what kind of talent we can bring back here and prepare to build the United States into a powerhouse of world football. Well, straight off the bat, we get a decent goalkeeper back. It's Larry Martin, 56-74, 82-94 potential, and 6'5". He'll be our first signing into our academy. On our final scouting mission for this 3 months, and we've got Donald Brown, probably a backup goalkeeper here. If he does develop 68-94, he'll come into the academy. We've signed a couple of Australians and a couple of Canadians, but those players are really just to try and generate some money, push them on so that we can look after our USA squad. Let's get Donald Brown into the academy. All right, we've managed to get ourselves a 5-star scout. He is American as well, Alexander Jackson. We're going to send him out this time looking for physically strong Americans for 3 months. Right, and the other 2 scouts have gone out to Norway and Mexico, respectively. Now, if you do enjoy this series and you would like me to do some other countries, leave me some comments down below on other countries that you would like us to see rebuild in the future. And if we get time, we'll do some more of these. Mainly smaller countries. We don't really want to rebuild the big ones. I mean, they've done enough. Let's get some minnow teams out there. Leave them down below. Put thumbs up on countries that you would like to see done as well. And we'll see if we can get another one of these done, if it's all successful and, a fun video to watch. Let's get moving and see if we can get some physically strong USA players back to really help out this academy. Right, so I've also gone here on the transfer list and had a quick look at anyone that had a potential over 85. So we've got Pulisic, Tyler Adams, Timothy Weah, Paxton Pamikal, and Josh Sargent, and have also just made a signing. Right, we've just signed in McKennie, 75 overall, only 19 years of age, centre midfielder, centre back, 6'1", got a decent potential, so we can at least get a bit of training into him and prepare him for a USA stint while we're waiting for these youth academy players to make their way into the New York Red Bulls. Right, time to make another signing here. It's Carson Clark, 47 to 63, 69 to 94. Looks like a right back, so let's bring him into the academy. Right, and we go once again for physically strong in the USA, and this time we head to Korea and New Zealand for 3 months. Right, an American report comes back. I am monitoring a few of these lads here, but Russell Williams at 48 to 66, 76 to 94, and 6'6" will make his way into the academy, as well as Larry Brown, 54 to 72, 79 to 94 potential. Quick check in on the academy. Is there anyone worth bringing into the first team? Carson Clark, 74 to 94. Larry Brown, 59 overall, 79 to 94. Looking okay at physically strong. Donald Brown, our backup goalkeeper, at 80 to 90, has dropped away a little bit, but Larry Martin is looking very good. 65 overall, 89 to 94, and 6'5". We're going to leave him in the academy until he asks to be called up, as those reactions tend to grow a little bit quicker. We've got Russell Williams, though, 61 overall, 76 to 94, 6'6". He is going to be the first player signed up to the New York Red Bulls. We've also got Jay Banks, a Canadian here at 84 to 90, and Ollie Cook, an Australian, 87 to 94 goalkeeper. We may use them as a little bit of sailbait, but let's get simulating, see if we can bring in some more talent. And it's our final scouting mission for this report. Evan Wolf, 72 to 92, the pick of the crop. Everything else was not really wanting to bring in. So Evan Wolf, welcome to our academy. The next 3-month contract, we're going to look for technically gifted, see if we can find a decent midfielder and possibly a striker. We head off to Romania and South Africa as well. So as we approach the end of the season, let's see if we should bring some players through. Try and sign up most of them, especially the Americans. We can always sell them off if their potentials aren't the best, like Carson Clark here at 80 to 88. I mean, that will definitely help us out in the future if he gets there. But I want to put our time and our training into potential to be special players. So we'll get them in and we'll just sell them off if required. Larry Brown, the centre back, 60 overall, 83 to 94 potential, looking the goods. Let's get him in. Donald Brown still not ready, but he's up to a 66 with a little bit of training behind the scenes. Larry Martin, 89 to 94, is probably ready for a call-up. Let's get him into the senior team. Evan Wolf, I thought he would have been better at 68 to 84, but we'll sign him up anyway. Jay Banks is a 5'11" centre-back from Canada, and we're going to release him. Sam Kelly, a right midfielder from New Zealand, 79 to 93, will promote to the senior team. Ollie Bennett, left winger from New Zealand, 85 to 94, will promote to the senior team, as well as Ollie Cook, the Australian goalkeeper, at 90 to 94. We've cleared out the youth academy. Right, scout report comes back and we've got some decent talent here. Ethan Wolf, 75 to 94. Joe Mathis, 83 to 94 potential. Jordan Tremblay, 72 to 94 potential. And Andrew Olsen, 70 to 94 are all coming into our academy. Right, so we come to the end of the first season, so let's have a look at how the players are developing. We've obviously got Larry Martin, potential to be special, so one we're going to keep an eye on here in this career mode campaign with the World Cup Academies. Let's have a quick look at his stats and attributes coming along. 1-star, not the best, medium, 6'5". 62 reactions, we're going to have to watch that one develop over time. I'm not going to train him just yet. I'm going to let him try and grow naturally over the first few years of his life. He's still only 16 years of age. But, you know, the positioning there at 56, he'll grow into something quite delicious in the future. Ollie Cook's an Australian, potential to be special, so we might see him in a World Cup campaign at some stage in the future. And a few of these lads, I'm just going to let their contracts go because we're going to replace them very, very quickly. Carson Clark is a 58 overall right back. Not the highest of potentials, medium defensive work rate, but might be able to help us out for a little bit. Evan Wolf, should I say, can play all across the back, 55 overall at this stage, 6'6", medium defensive work rate, 83 aggression already, will be very, very handy. Russell Williams, here we go. Here's a big one. Potential to be special. 6'4" at 16 years of age. Can play left back as well. He's got the high defensive work rate we're looking for in a big defender. Physically, he's all right. I've just started putting some minor training into him, and hopefully he can develop quite nicely in the future for the USA. What else have we got going on here? Let's have a quick look around. Larry Brown is an exciting prospect at 60 overall. 6'2", 4-star, 4-star, high defensive work rate, some decent physicals coming along there, and might be handy. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. The other lads we've got here is Sam Kelly, the New Zealander, showing great potential. We can sell him off. We've also pulled in Weston McKennie. We brought him in on a transfer, 79 up 4 with some heavy training, 3-star, 3-star of course. Good jumping, good stamina, good strength. I mean, he's going to help out this New York Red Bull side for some time, and then we'll ship him off once he's ready just to play for the USA. And I think that might have been just about it. A few lads leaving, a few no faces. Oh, Ollie Bennett, New Zealander, potential to be special, 63 overall already, 4-star, 3-star, and you can assume that he will help the Kiwis out in the future. So, there we go. That is the end of Season 1. We'll move into Season number 2, bring back some more players as we move towards that 2022 World Cup. If the USA job doesn't come up before 2020, I'll use the international job offer from the catalogue, and we should get that USA job offer. Let's move into Season number 2. Right, back to the Youth Academy. Ethan Wolf, 71-91, coming along. Olsen, 71-93. Donald Brown is ready for a call-up. 70 overall. Probably be our starting goalkeeper, so let's get him into the first team. Joe Mathis looking good at 64 overall, 77-94 potential right midfielder, technically gifted. Welcome. Jordan Tremblay, centre forward, 63 overall, 71-91. Could be okay. Let's get him into the senior team. Patlako Nakobe is a South African left winger, 62 overall, 77-94. We'll bring him in and sell him off. Tulumi is 75-94, and the Romanian here in Ianchu Stolian, I don't know, 64 overall, 74-94, 1.1 million. Welcome to the first team. Right, off we go again. I'm going physically strong again. I'm really looking for another big centre-back and a central defensive midfielder if possible. We're going also to Slovenia and Greece. Two more players to bring into the academy. We've got Brian Cameron. He's a striker, 74-94 at 6'3". Looks pretty decent. And Carson Gibbs could be a striker or a right winger at 79-94, 5'11". Let's get them both into our academy. The scouts held out again, and we're off for a playmaker in the USA. We're also heading to Scotland and the Republic of Ireland. Let's check in on the Youth Academy. Ethan Wolf, 79-85, isn't going to make the cut for me. We'll release him. Andrew Olsen, 60 overall, 83-89, will hold in the academy. Brian Cameron, well, we thought he had high potential, but he's dropped to a 70-86, and I'm just going to fucking release him. But Carson Gibbs, another striker here, 5'11", 78-94, is looking pretty decent, and I'm actually going to bring him into the senior team. We've got a Greek lad here, and Laskaris, 73-91, not going to make the cut. But Kaya, the left midfielder, 79-94, looks okay. Patek, 74-88, not good enough for me. And the South African in Tulum is 85-94. Let's get him in. We'll sell him off for cash. Right, I decided to make another transfer move here. We've brought Tim Weah back to America to play for the New York Red Bulls. Still quite young, 19 years of age, of course. We know he's got a very high potential. At least I can get a little bit of training into him while he is here at New York, and then we'll send him back on his way. Still only 72, but we needed a striker, and definitely will help out our team and our squad for the future. Scout reports return again with some key players that we can bring in here for the USA squad. Russell Morgan, 77-94, Larry Evans, 72-92, and Joseph Wolf, 74-94 will all make their way into our academy. Right, we send the scouts out again, this time physically strong again in the USA, and we head off to Serbia and Finland. Right, let's have a look at how the academy is travelling. Andrew Olsen, 83-89, 62 overall. We'll hold for now. Russell Morgan, 82-94, looks good coming through. Larry Evans has dropped to a 74-88, might be able to cash in there. Joseph Wolf, 75-89, we will release. The Greek left midfielder will be released. Arthur Reid, a Scottish goalkeeper, 82-92. Kirk Smith, 85-94. Cam Yeah, hello, 1.9 million, promote. Neil Lynch is an Irishman, 89-94 right back. Curran, 87-94 CDM. Luke O'Neill, 87-94, and Jason O'Connor will be released. Three more players coming in from the USA. Cohen Kerr, 77-94, a left back. Noah Tremblay, 67-93, also looks like a left back. And Victor Moore could be a CDM, 76-94 at 6'6". Right, taking a look at the academy, a few players want out, so we better have a quick look. Kerr 77 to 94. Olsen 83 to 89. Right midfielder. You know what? Let's bring him in. Russell Morgan looks okay, but he's 16. We can hold on. Larry Evans 77 to 85 is not going to make the cut for me. Victor Moore, yes, he is a CDM at 6'6". Arthur Reed, Scottish goalkeeper 84 to 90. Nope, sorry, not good enough. Neil Lynch, the right back, looks very good. Let's bring him in. Jason Curran as well, 88 to 94. Will promote. O'Neill will hold because he's 15. Tuomi hasn't made the cut here. Leto as well will be released. And Noah Tremblay, the left back, 67 to 93, will monitor further. So we have ended the season at number 2. Let's have a look at how this squad is developing, what players are going to be playing for the USA in the future. Donald Brown, we put a shitload of training in. He's gone up 10 ratings. He's the #1 goalkeeper here now at an 80 overall. But that is basically from super training. His reaction's only at 58. Nothing else really growing there for him other than what we are training him on. But the man we're going to keep an eye on here, though, is Larry Martin. He's gone up 5 all by himself. And hopefully, yes, there we go, 65 reactions. He's growing naturally. We're not putting that training in, and you can see that the physical growth is there. Obviously his technicals, and later on, well, a little bit later in this career mode, we can really get stuck into training Larry Martin up into the beast that he should be. We've got Evan Wolf. He's gone up 3 to a 58. Neil Lynch, here we go, an Irish right back, potential to be special, so we'll sell him off. Carlson Clark's gone up 5 to a 63, showing great potential. We'll see how he turns out with a lower potential. We've also got Larry Brown, an exciting prospect. I've put a buttload of training into this lad. Up 14 to a 74. And he's only an exciting prospect, so I went ham on his defensive. And look at that, up 18 in ball control. So, you know, he could do a job for us, definitely, while we wait for big Russell Williams to develop. Up 6 with the limited training. He's up to a 70, of course. Mainly was training his passing. So he's up 12 in vision, and he is up 23 in short passing, but all the other stats have been growing naturally, and he's up 15 in a slide tackle. So a big unit ready for the future for the USA. Jason Curran, potential to be special, central defensive midfielder. We'll sell him on his way. And Andrew Olsen showing great potential, a right midfielder. Will he feature for the USA in the future? We don't know. We just don't know. But Joe Mathis, I dare say, will feature. He's gone up 7. I've only been bronze training him on stamina, but he has gone up 7. And, yeah, he's gone up 8 in stamina, but it's his technical abilities that have gone through the roof. Dribbling and ball control are coming along nicely. And I think he will feature for us in the future, that's for sure. McKenny's up 3 to an 82. We've got Kirk Smith, the Scottish lads, potential to be special, 68 up 1. We'll sell him on his way. We've also got Jordan Tremblay. Doesn't have a potential, unfortunately, so I've trained the absolute bejesus out of him. He's up 11 to a 74. Been playing a few games for us, and I mean, even without potential, if we get enough training into him early, he might be a handy backup. Carson Gibbs, an exciting prospect, a striker that we've brought in. He's only got a 2-star weak foot, but a high attacking work rate. Some good physical stats there with 84 jumping, and his technicals coming along nicely. Wayo, we've put a little bit of training into, just trying to work on his strength, if anything. 76, he's up 4, but obviously he will grow to a decent potential. I just want to get a little bit more strength into the wee lad. What else have we got going on here? Ollie Bennett, a New Zealander, he's up 7 to a 70 with no training. We'll try and sell him off. And Stolian, 70 up 6, potential to be special. We'll try and sell him off. That is season 2 completed. Let's get simulating in season number 3, and we're probably just about ready to go and look for that USA job, because the World Cup qualifiers, I'm pretty sure, will be starting up soon. So let's go to season number 3. Right, so we start off season number 3. We've headed off to the United States for a playmaker, and we're also looking at Cameroon and Russia for the first 3 months of season number 3. Right, the transfer window is open, and Kaka, or whatever his name was, got his release clause paid out, so I had to get a new cam in. So we went after the American in Pomical. 74 overall at the moment. I'm sure we can get a bit of training into him. He's still only 20 years of age. High work rates, and some good traits there for the CPU. So will help us out in the simulations. We can try and build him up while we're bringing the Youth Academy through, and he'll probably get a call up for the USA very, very soon. And speaking of that USA job, we probably are about at the point where we need to activate the international job offer from the catalogue, because the World Cup qualifying rounds won't be too far away, and I want to be in control of the USA for that, so we can give them the best chance of possibly getting to that World Cup final. Right, our 3 months are up here. We are in the USA, and one player to come in is Ethan Fraser, 53 to 67, 82 to 94 potential on that left-hand side. Let's get him into the academy. The Scouts out head once again, physically strong in the USA, and we head off to Egypt and Chile. Right, we get a scout report back here from the USA. We've got Colin Blisker, 70 to 94, and Anthony Gordson, 79 to 94. Both look like right backs. We've got a few right backs coming through this academy, but let's get them both in there. Right, it is the 1st of June now. Let's have a look at how this academy is tracking. Cohen Kerr, a left back, 84 to 90. We might need to hold him just for now. Russell Morgan, their central attacking midfielder, 87 to 93. Victor Moore, 82 to 88. CDM at 6'6". Colin Blisker, the right back, 67 to 87. Not good enough for me. See you later, son. Luke O'Neill is a Irishman, 90 to 94 potential. We'll sign him up so we can sell him off. Noah Tremblay has dropped right away. We're going to release him. Anthony Gordson looks good. 82 to 94 potential, 62 overall. Let's get him into the first team. Daddy is Cameroonian. Goalkeeper, 84 to 94. Canare, a left midfielder. Unfortunately, bugger off. And Ethan Fraser, 80 to 94. Right, so halfway through the 3rd season, I was kind of hoping that the American job would show up, but it hasn't. So I'm going to go to the international manager offer. We made our manager American, and hopefully that means that we will get an offer for the USA job. So let's redeem this item from the catalog and hope that we can get that USA job. Well, this series could have really taken a turn. Another signing coming in from the Americas for our academy is Russell Gagnon, 73 to 93, possibly another right back. Scouts out ahead again. We're looking for wingers in the USA, and we're off to Peru and Austria. And here we go. Finally, we get the USA job offer to come through. It actually took a few weeks, to be fair, for it to rear its head, but we will go ahead and accept this offer, become manager of the USA, and now really push our academy to try and win at the World Cups 2022, 2026, and 2030 if we can get there. So let's accept this offer and really start building for the future. Right, international friendlies are coming up, and let's have a look at how the squad is looking. Obviously, Donald Brown, we've been training the absolute crap out of, so he is the #1 goalkeeper here for the USA now at 17 years of age. At an 83 overall. You know, the stock isn't too shabby, but we do need to replace a lot of these players. Larry Brown has also had a lot of training. Comes in at a 77 overall at 18 years of age. Who else have we brought in? Obviously, McKennie's playing for us at the moment. Pulisic is there. Pomykal. I'm going to murder his name, but he is in the mix. What else have we got here? Anyone? Yes, Joe Mathis has got the call up. Jose Mathis, should I say. 18 years of age, and hopefully he can do a job there on the right-hand side, coming off the bench. Timmy Weah is the striker at an 80 overall, and we still have a lot of players to bring in. But that is our first squad that we've picked. We're 4.5-star rated squad, and hopefully we can build that into a 5-star squad for the future. Let's get moving. All right, we found ourselves a player here for the USA. It's Daniel Olsen, 80 to 94 potential on the right-hand side. We'll continue to monitor here Walter Martin and Thomas Smith, but Olsen coming straight in. Right, Colin Kerr said he won out of the youth academy, and that's probably fair enough. Let's get him signed in. And who else have we got here? Russell Morgan, 87 to 93. We'll bring him in. Victor Moore will hold for now. Russell Gagnon has dropped away at centre-back. I'm going to actually release him. Daniel Olsen looks very good. 63 overall, 80 to 94 potential. Winger, welcome to the team. Daddy, 86 to 92. We'll just hold in the academy. And Ethan Fraser, 86 to 92. Will hold in our academy. Oh, 17 years of age. You know what? Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Right, final report is back again from the USA. We've got David Moore, 73 to 93, Carson Banks, 81 to 94, and Harry Morgan, 76 to 94. All look like left-hand side players. Let's get them into our academy. We send the scouts off again, physically strong in the USA, Paraguay, and Northern Ireland. Right, we hit the end of season number 3, and it's time to take a look at how the squad is coming along. Donald Brown, with more heavy training, is hit at 85. He has gone up 5. Larry Martin, with no training, is up to a 76. He's gone up 5. And attribute-wise, look at those reactions growing. 75 now with no training. That is what we want from our goalkeeper. That's just progressing slowly behind the scenes. Carson Clark, we put some training into here, up 9 to a 72, of course. You know, doesn't have the potential, so we can train him up. Neil Lynch, we'll look to sell him off, 67 up 6. Here we go. Anthony Gordson has potential to be special, 64 up 2. What's he got? 3-star, high defensive work rate. So a good right-back future here for the USA. Still only 18, of course. And Evan Wolf is a 62 up 4. Has no potential, so we might look at moving him on. Or maybe we train the crap out of him. Larry Brown's up 5 to a 79. I've put a lot of training into this lad here. Yep, he's coming along quite nicely, especially defensively. Tarek will be leaving. Russell Williams, we have not touched. He's gone up 4 to a 74 this season. And there we go, growing in physicals like brilliantly, and a few more years he will be a force to be reckoned with. Lawrence is leaving us. Cohen Kerr, an exciting prospect's just come in, 63 up 1. What's he got? 3-star at a high defensive work rate. There we go. We've got ourselves a left back coming through the system. Jason Curran, 68 up 4. We'll look to move him on possibly, unless we need him for this Red Bull team. Jose Mathis at 77 now, up 6. I've put some more stamina training into him. It's just a bronze training, but he's up 11 in stamina. His sprint speed and that is growing as well, which is good to see, and his technical abilities going through the roof. So a hot prospect there for the future. Andrew Olsen, a 69 up 6, is showing great potential. He's okay. McKenny's up 3 to an 85. Yes. Still only 22, so is going to help us out in the next few World Cups, that's for sure. Ethan Fraser, an exciting prospect, left midfielder. What's he got? 3-star, 2-star, medium work rates. He's, a bit of a project. Luke O'Neill, 61 up 4. We can move him on. I'm just bringing them really in for cash and maybe to strengthen some of the other international teams. Pomikel is up 7 to an 81. I put some fair bit of training into him this season, and he will help us out. Still only 21. Just training those young lads up for America. Kirk Smith, 73 up 5. Potential to be special. Cam, we can look to move him on if we don't need him. Russell Morgan, 63 up 1. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high attacking work rate. Yes, one for the future there, hopefully, in Russell Morgan. Tremblay's up 1 to a 75. He has no potential, so it's really only training that's getting him going, but he's already into the international squad at a 75. Daniel Olsen, an exciting prospect, 65 up 2, of course. 3-star with a high attacking work rate, so we'll look to see him in the future. Timmy Way is up to an 85. Oh, an 81. He's gone up 5, should I say. I was really training his strength. Just getting that strength up. It doesn't really grow a lot for him, so we've put that training in. But anyway, his acceleration and sprint speed are insane, and he's finishing now up to an 87. Carson Gibbs, a 66, up 4. Possible backup. And we've got Stolijan. So there we go. Season 3 completed. Let's get into season number 4. The World Cup qualifiers should start kicking off. We will show the live sims of those so we can see how the USA are doing and look to bring in some more talent. Season number 4. Here we go. Season number 4, let's have a look at how our youth academy is coming along. Victor Moore, 82 to 88. Carson Banks, 62 overall, 83 to 94 winger. Let's get him into the first team. Cuesta here from Peru, 81 to 94. Daddy's an 86 to 92. David Moore, 73 to 87. He's dropped away. We're going to release him, but we've also got Harry Morgan, 63 overall, 77 to 94. Welcome to the first team. Some more American talent coming through from the Youth Academy scouting system. Peter Banks, 81 to 94. Anthony Cooper, 80 to 94 at 6'5". Reese Banks, 74 to 94. And Walter James, 77 to 94. Let's get them all into our academy. The scouts out ahead once again, and it is an attacker in the USA we're looking for this time. We've also gone to Colombia and Switzerland. Back to the Youth Academy once again. Walter James, 5'11" centre back, but 64 overall. Let's get him in, promoted to the senior team. And Jose Cuesta asked for a call-up, defensive-minded. Well, we'll promote him and we'll try and sell him off. Brendan Dillon's dropped to an 87. We'll sign him and sell him off. And the rest of the lads here can just marinate a little bit more in the academy. Another signing for the USA from our Youth Academy scouting is Adam Bliska, 73 to 94. Looks like another left midfielder, but we'll bring him into the academy. And the scouts head out once again, technically gifted in the USA, Nigeria, and New Zealand. Back to the Youth Academy. Victor Moore, 82 to 88. Not sure he's going to make the cut. Peter Banks, 88 to 94. Luthi, no, you're dog shit. Daddy's still there. Cooper, 84 to 90. He wants out of the academy. Let's just promote him anyway. Granero wants out as well. We'll try and sell him off. Reese Banks, 84 to 90. Bliska, 77 to 91. And Okoye, the Nigerian we've just picked up, a right midfielder, 75 to 94 potential. Scouts are back once again. Brian Banks, 77 to 94. And Walter Smith is worth 1.7 million, 78 to 94 potential. He'll be making his way into our academy. Scouts up, head out. Well, once again, can't even get a word out, but United States for physically strong. We need some more centre backs and defenders here in this squad that is coming through, and we head back off to Canada, and this time the Ivory Coast. Back to the Youth Academy as we get messages that players want out. Victor Moore still looking okay, but maybe not the cut we want. Peter Banks, 88-94. Daddy wanted out of the academy, so we'll promote him to sell off. Walter Smith, 82-94. Yes, hello, welcome. 76-90 is Brian Banks, he's 15. Reese Banks, 84-90. There's a few banks here opening up, but I'm not sure we've got the cash. Bliska, 82-88. Mbepa is a right winger from Nigeria. Let's promote him up. And Godwin Okoye isn't available as he is only 15. Right, Victor Moore wants out of the academy, so we will promote him to the senior team. Peter Banks is fine at the moment. Cunningham and Brian Banks are all right. Fafana, we'll bring him in to sell off. Reese Banks, Adam Bliska wants out of the academy, so we'll promote him as well. We can sell them off if they're not of the best potential. Right, so we end at season number 4. Let's have a look at how the squad is developing. Larry Martin, potential to be special, of course. 82 up 6. How are those reactions coming along? Yes, they are up to 80 now. We might start putting a bit more training into the lad and turn him into the #1 keeper here, because we still have Donald Brown at an 85 overall, but he hasn't grown this season. So as soon as Martin gets to that, 85 rating, we could probably look to move Donald Brown on. He'll definitely still be in the American first team. But we could possibly move him on from here. Lynch is just about ready to go. He's gone up 7 this year. Carson Clark, 76 up 4. Gordson has potential to be special. 67 up 3. He's growing. He's a bit of a slow burner here, the right back, but he's got some good physical stats. We might look at starting to train him a little bit. Larry Brown, 83 up 4 now. Russell Williams has grown by himself. He's gone up 3 this season. And, turning into a hot prospect, still only 19 years of age. Walter James, we put some training into this lad, 74 now, up 10, because there's only 3 centre-backs at the club at the moment. I need to find some more, but he's coming along nicely. Colin Kerr's also got a lot of training, 74 up 11. And mainly in his defensive stats there, because he's the only left back at the club. As you can see, we need defenders. Curran, 73 up 5, of course. Anthony Cooper, 61 up 2. He's an exciting prospect. What's he got in his locker? 3-star, 3-star, high defensive work rate. Can play centre-back as well, so possibly could help us out in the future. Victor Moore's an exciting prospect, 62 up 1. 3-star, 3-star, 6'6", and a high defensive work rate. Yes, lad, we like that. Mathis has got himself up to an 81 and now, coming along very nicely, and he's already into the USA 11. Andrew Olsen, 73 up 4, showing great potential. McKenny's up to an 87 now. Blisk is showing great potential, 62 up 1. And he's got 3-star, 2-star. There's a little trait there. Leadership. Interesting. Okay, we'll see how that develops. Fafana will try and offload, 66. Walter Smith, an exciting prospect, 67 up 1. The left midfielder at 6'2". He's a big unit, and might be able to help us out. We'll have to wait and see what happens there as he develops. Ethan Fraser, 68 up 7 with a bit of training this season. Trying to just work on that left-hand side. We know we've got Pulisic. We know we've got Mathis on the right-hand side, but not a lot of left midfielder, left wingers coming through for the United States at this stage. Carson Banks is a 67. He's up 5. He's got 3-star, 3-star, of course. So we've got some in this team. We just need to develop one enough. Pomikel is up to an 84. He's gone up 3. The stats just developing nicely there for the central attacking midfielder. And we've got Russell Morgan at 67 up 4. Tremblay's at 77 up 2. He's just about finished growing. I mean, that +2's come with training, so we might actually sell him off now. Felix Mbepa, well, geez, doesn't he look like a unit? 66 up 2. We'll sell off the Nigerian, but we might see him in the future. Daniel Olsen, 71 up 6, coming along nicely. Weyer, I've put some training into, 87 now, up 6, absolutely dominating. And, 6'1" with 94 acceleration. His sprint speed's up to 95. The attack positioning's gone up 10. We just need to get a bit of stamina probably into him next season. His finishing's off the chain, and he is going to be, the main striker for seasons to come. Carson Gibbs, 70 up 4. Stolian is up to an 80, the left winger from Romania, and Harry Morgan, a 72. He is up 9, looking all right as well. Just working on that left-hand side, the 5-star skill moves, and just needs to grow a little bit more. But there we go, season number 4 done. I think season number 5 the World Cup stuff will start kicking off. So we'll see some of this team in simulation action. And if we make a World Cup final, we'll be playing it live in this episode. But that's where we leave Season 4. Let's head in to Season number 5. We kick off Season number 5 looking for physically strong in the USA, still looking for some big centre-backs and wing-backs, maybe another central defensive midfielder, and of course a big tall striker. We're also heading off to Morocco and Australia. We've sold the big dog, the big keeper, Donald Brown. He's gone to Bayern Munich for 48.6 million. Means we can concentrate now on Larry Martin and get him up and ready for USA action. Right, taking a look at the current youth academy, a few players have asked to be called up. Peter Banks, 88 to 94, 59 rated, will hold for now. Cunningham is a Canadian left midfielder. We'll bring in and sell him off. Sama Benzai, goalkeeper, 75 to 94. Brian Banks, 82 to 88. Not going to make the cut for me. We'll release him. Reece Banks wants a call up, 84 to 90 potential. A CDM, so we'll give him an opportunity here. Okoye, right midfielder for Nigeria, will sign in to sell off. Diaby, 80 to 90, 62. Will promote to sell off. Diallo as well will promote to sell off. And Oliver Phillips, an Australian left winger, 76 to 94, will promote to sell off. Two more players to sign into our academy. It's Brett Gibbs, 77 to 94, possibly a left back, and Brian Campbell, 84 to 94 potential, hopefully a central defensive midfielder. Let's get him into the academy. The scouts out ahead again once we go, can't even get the words out, I'm speaking in some other language, but we're heading off to the USA for a playmaker, South Africa and Poland. It's time to pick our squad here with the USA for the upcoming World Cup. Unfortunately, we've got a couple of injuries here that we're going to have to take a look at. But Mizaga, yeah, he'll be swapped out for Russell Williams, that's for sure. So we've got 4 centre-backs, 2 right-backs in Yedlin and Cannon. Robinson there as a left-back. We might need another one. Actually, you know what? Let's bring in young Cohen Kerr. McKennie at 88, Pulisic 85. Pumpkill at 85. Now Mathis, he is currently injured, unfortunately, 83 rated. So we're going to have to bring in, looks like, we'll bring in Areola there. Alright, so I mean, we're still a little bit short here, especially in the wingers. Wayer's up to an 88, Sargent is 79, and Tremblay makes the cut with a 78. So, looking okay here. We'll have to see how deep we can go. We've brought in some youth academy prospects and, you know, Brownie there at an 83. The 2 goalkeepers in Brown and Martin looking delicious. So defensively, we should be all right. The midfield's looking okay. It's probably just those wing areas that we might struggle in a little bit in this first World Cup campaign. But we can build for the future. Still plenty of World Cups to go in this series. Right, so fortunately for us, we didn't need to qualify. We've already qualified. Let's have a look at the group stages. Spain, Denmark, Bulgaria, and Chile in Group A. We're in Group B with Portugal, Norway, and Uruguay. An interesting group there. Group C is Italy, Hungary, Australia, and Colombia. Group D, Brazil, England, Finland, and India. Group E has Belgium, Wales, Greece, and Cameroon. Group F, France, Czech Republic, Mexico, South Africa. Group G has Germany, Russia, New Zealand, and the Ivory Coast. And Group H has Argentina, the Netherlands, Romania, and Egypt. We're going to be live simming all of these World Cup games and see how far the USA can push through. If we make the final, we'll be playing that game live. Right, our first game here is against Portugal. We will sort out the numbers if we do play a game. It's a 2-2 draw, a promising start. Next up, we have Norway, and we get a 1-0 victory. And the third game is against Uruguay. I think we'll need a victory here if we want to push through to the knockout round. So we'll watch the simulation here. Hopefully the boys can get involved. We're looking for Timmy Way to get some goals here. And there he is in the 32nd minute, getting us the go-ahead goal. We hit half-time at 1-0 up. Sargent checks in. Way just really has really low stamina and he gets tired quite quickly. But 2-0 here to the USA. Looks like we're going to go through to the knockout rounds. And there we go. Ooh, a late goal from Laxalt. Right, Peter Banks wants out of the academy, and at 61 overall, 88 to 94. Defensive-minded, but you know what? That might be worth it on a simulation anyway, so we'll promote him in. Benzai, the goalkeeper, not ready yet. Brett Gibbs, let's get him in as well. And Brian Campbell, the central defensive midfielder, 85 to 94. Welcome to the first team. Quick recap of the group stages. Spain have gone through with Denmark. We finished in second in our group, so I think we'll be taking on Spain by the looks of things. Portugal finished top. Italy and Colombia go through from Group C. Group D is England and Brazil. Group E, Belgium and Greece go through. That's an interesting call there. Group F, France and the Czech Republic. Group G has Germany and the Ivory Coast pushing through. Group H is Argentina and Romania. The Netherlands don't make it again. In the round of 16, though, we've got Spain. Italy will take on Brazil, Belgium and the Czech Republic, Germany, Romania, Portugal, Denmark, England, Colombia, France, Greece, and Argentina and the Ivory Coast. Can we beat Spain? It's going to be a big test here early in this series. Right, live sim here against Spain. I mean, they've got a very decent squad. It's very early on in the career mode. Well, you know, season 5. But De Gea, oh no, there we go. 28 minutes gone and we're down 1-0. Will the Americans be able to come back? Brown checks in for Brooks. Come on, lads. 2-0 down. Oh, it's all falling apart here early and a lot more work to do here. 3-0 to Spain, and it shows that we're just a little bit off the pace. Hopefully by the next World Cup, we can come through with the goods. Right, 2 more players will be joining our academy. Evan Cooper, 73 to 89, but a decent overall already. And Max Burns, 70 to 94. The scouts out ahead once again and are physically strong in the USA. Still looking for some more centre backs. Venezuela, and we're going to look after the Netherlands after they got knocked out early in the World Cup. So we will check in on how the World Cup has finished up. Obviously, we've lost to Spain 3-0, so no gameplay in this one, but we will finish off the season and see how the squad is looking. Brazil have beaten Italy 2-1. Belgium beat the Czech Republic 3-1. Germany beat Romania 3-1. Portugal smashed Denmark 4-0. England have got through over Colombia 1-0. France over Greece 3-0. And Argentina beat the Ivory Coast 3-0. We move into the quarterfinals, and then Brazil go ahead and knock out Spain 2-1. Belgium beat Germany 2-0. Portugal over England 3-2. And France beat Argentina 2-0. In the semis, well, we don't get to see why can't I see what's happening in the semis? Hello? Hello, FIFA? Hang on a second. Right, it's fixed. Brazil have beaten Belgium 2-0 and France have beaten Portugal 3-1. The third place playoff, Belgium have beaten Portugal on penalties, and the World Cup is taken by Brazil 2-1 over France. So that is where we leave part 1. If you've enjoyed this one, make sure that you smash the like button, leave me some comments down below on your thoughts on how this series has progressed. And to be fair, these take about an hour and a half to simulate a full season. So, you know, there's 5 hours or so into this episode. So I'm not sure when the next one will be up. It'll be in a few days' time. And we'll get through the next 4 years and see if we can take the USA past the round of 16 in the next World Cup. But thanks for checking out. This is World Cup Academies, the USA. I appreciate your time. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And you have a good one. The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, you know, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel, sign up today, and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos, one here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos go live. Make sure you put on that notifications bell. We'll see you next time.